Okay, it's about 10:30 at night and I've just been out for bonfire evening with my husband, which is really lovely. I've got my first day being filmed tomorrow. They're going to be filming 2 of my lessons and just following me around all day. Hopefully it'll all go really well. It's probably the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done. So we'll just have to see. Okay. Today is a pretty normal day. So I've got 3 lessons, first, second and third. They're all an hour and 20 minutes long because we only have 4 lessons in the day. So yeah, the back is all back to back, so it can get quite kind of hectic, and I'm in different rooms as well, so running around school with loads of boxes and books. But yeah, should be okay, hopefully. Hopefully, if I can just sit on my nerves a bit.
Helen is a newly qualified teacher at the City Academy in Bristol. It's Thursday morning and her first day back after the half-term break. Helen works in the English department and it's her 9th week of teaching as an NQT.
It's quite a grey day and I don't imagine they'll be in particularly high spirits first lesson. They can quite often be quite sleepy at the start of this period, so I'm going to need to jumpstart them.
Okay, right then guys. I need you to come in, get your books, the starters on the board, we need to get straight on it, okay?
This is my Year 9 group. They are, without a doubt, my most challenging group in terms of behaviour.
Okay, guys, very quickly while we're waiting for all the latecomers to arrive, can we get our pens out? And I want you to think about, look at this war poster, what does war mean to you? And the title in your book, okay, rather than you write down the WALT, which we'll go through in a minute, the title is War and Conflict, which is the brand new module that we're starting today.
Even though they're a top set, they're just, I don't know, they're a lot better already, because the first few weeks I found them very difficult indeed, but they're kind of in a bit of a routine now, and that seems to have helped.
Hi girls, can you quickly get your books please and sit down? What I'm asking you to do is, if you look at the board, I want you to just write down a few words just to describe what the word... Year 9, can we please get on with the task? Can I have any ideas? Has anyone kind of written a reaction that they'd like to share with me? What does the word war mean to you? Natalie?
Killing innocent people.
War is killing innocent people. Okay, so what I want you to now do is talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to give you 2 minutes and I want you to run up to the board and I want you to write as many words as you can that you think of when you look at some of these pictures.
I came back for the first day and was feeling quite nervous, but I think, generally speaking, more excited than nervous, because I was really happy to be, starting as a newly qualified teacher as opposed to a trainee and having the responsibility for all of my classes for the whole year through, which was a really nice feeling.
Shame, I love that. Why would you say shame?
No, because they some of them the soldiers feel bad in it because they
Soldiers feel bad.
I don't know. I just guessed it.
I kind of used the first week as a sort of, right, I need to know these kids. I need to know what they can do and who they are.
Okay, shh. Settle down. Okay, so what I wanted to get at with this short starter exercise is that that's a warning. There are lots of different ways that you can represent war, and also possibly to make you think that war means different things to different people. This is a clip of the opening scene of a film called Saving Private Ryan. I want you to try and engage emotionally with the idea of war, okay? And I want you to start thinking about the language of war and how we describe atrocities and horrific events. Okay. No. Hands up, please. Has anyone got any reactions to that clip?
My cousin's a soldier, like in
Okay.
war now, so I could like relate to her a bit.
Okay. What describing words would you use, Shaska? Horrifying. What was the scene like? Was it calm? Was it still? What?
Action.
There was action, yes.
It's like everything's going on around you. There's loads of stuff.
Okay. There is a word that I'm thinking of actually that would describe that. Chaos. Zenzi's got it. Absolutely. So that's the word that I would use. All been brilliant today. I'm going to dismiss you in order of how brilliant you've been. Did you work? Yeah. You did work. Did you contribute orally? Yeah. Yeah, you did. And I was really pleased with that. I honestly was really pleased with that. However, the little tiny things that you do that you think mean nothing, like sniggering or just whispering across the table, those things are really, really disruptive to everybody else in here. Everybody else is learning. I find that class quite challenging. Not because their behaviour is awful, just because they're really, really chatty, and I feel like I'm constantly having to sit on them, and because it's not an individual as such, it becomes quite kind of, I guess, trying to try and manage them. But believe it or not, that's a great improvement on what they were like at the beginning of the term, which was just, wild.
Break time's almost over, and Helen has to hurry to set up her next 2 lessons before lunch.
That's nice. This is why I don't ever get to get a break in the day. I'm always running around trying to... It's hard because I'm not in the same classroom, so I find it really difficult sometimes because you have to you just have to sort of juggle everything all the time and see that they're about to line up outside. Gosh, that is not clean in any way, is it? Right. I felt that went really well, actually. Yeah, I thought it was quite, there was different activities going on within the lesson. It's difficult because they're quite a small group, but they're very talkative for a small, they're very talkative and they're very they love to feed back and they're kind of always sort of like itching to give answers, which just makes them really good fun to teach. I've got to top up my finger. This is the cash system. So rather, you can't really pay with cash. You're supposed to top up your account. Oh, I don't need to. I'm fine. Oh, didn't realise how rich I was. With your fingerprint, basically, they scan your fingerprint and then you just put money onto it. And the kids use it for kind of photocopying and things as well. Our English departments are obviously under the spotlight quite a bit because we're one of the core subjects, and I think it's fair to say we didn't perform as well as we maybe were expected to last year. So there's definitely a sense of all-round it is pressure, but it's kind of necessary pressure, I guess, because all of us as professionals want to do the best by the students we teach anyway. So it's it's pressure that you put on yourself, I think, as well as external pressure. I quite enjoy it. I enjoy the pace of the day, actually. So come fourth period now, I'll just be So my mental meeting is going to be sort of 3 parts working, 1 part relaxing.
What, with that first lesson then, you say it's like the low-level stuff. Is it just like they're not listening when you ask them to talk, or is it like a range of low-level things?
It's just pure chatting, because I think that there's relationships in that group. They quite like each other generally, I think, as a group, and they just they're just quite chatty. I think possibly because the camera was there, they're a bit excited about that as well, and so kind of wanted to whisper, you know, pass your lip gloss or whatever. But yeah, it's the little things that actually I feel like I've kind of got on top of, and then three lessons down the line, I'll find that they're kind of slipping back into that. So it's sort of me thinking of different ways of managing that. Like I trialled a new seating plan a few weeks ago and that worked really well.
Yeah.
But this morning I didn't have the time to rearrange the tables back into that seating plan, and it spoke volumes because they were kind of back in their friendship groups and therefore chatting quite a bit.
You sticking like to the behavioural policy, so you know if somebody is chatting, sort of 1 warning, 2 warning, move within the room.
Yeah. I mean, I think the problem is that I think the people that chat it kind of changes throughout the lesson, so it isn't like this one person in the corner continuously chatting, and therefore you could move through it quite quickly, like warning, move.
Yeah.
It's kind of like one person will chat and then maybe another will pick up where they left off, and it's not loud chatting so that you can't speak, but it's just distracting enough.
It's sort of half lit, Helen, that.
I've recently turned 30, last week in fact, which has been a major event in my life. I'm married to a wonderful man called Billy, who's a musician, and we live together in this house.
Alright.
Yes.
Actually, throw these in.
Okay. You could just give all of your time to this job and really, you know, spend your whole life trying to become better. But I think you've got to be slightly realistic as well and think, well, you know, I don't want to burn out. I want to be fresh, and part of that is making sure that I also dedicate some time to my family and friends. I just generally look forward to feeling that the feedback I get from observations hopefully will continue to be positive, and you know, if not, obviously you deal with that when it comes. But I'd like to think that I'll grow in all ways as a teacher, and hopefully by the summer I'll feel that I've arrived. Are you crying?
I was, yes. The onions.
The onions. I think you're done now. I think you've done.
Well,
actually,
I'm just
no. I
panicking.
need.
I think I should cook now.
I think we do need some mince.
When we cook together, this is some of the only quality time we get together during the week.
Oh, that's a bit much. I don't like that.
Well, just because you're so busy with work.
Yeah.
Being an NQT.
Well, we did go out for bonfire night last night.
Yes, we did. That was a surprise.
It was a nice surprise. It was lovely.
But we nearly couldn't do it because you had to be a teacher again.
Yep.
It's it's an arduous journey for a husband of a newly qualified teacher. It's hard work.
Is it?
But
Do you feel neglected?
Luckily, we're in love, so that should put us through. But I really want to start cooking now.
Okay. I'm gonna